Alright. We've got a guide at the moment, so we're just gonna do a bit of tour around Croatia or Zagreb. So let me see. Got a bit of group from different places, some people from the UK, Germany, and did I say Florida, America? Yeah. Awesome. So that'll be nice. Let's see where we go to. Oh, awesome.
So, welcome aboard once again. The tour will last approximately 2.5 hours. We are starting in this park, but we will end up on the main square.
Yeah.
It's just around the corner, 2 minutes away from here, around 1. In meantime, if you will have any questions about Zagreb, about Croatia, please don't be shy. I'm here. Ask, shoot, ask whatever you want to know. Since we are starting here, maybe just a couple of words about this place. I believe on your vouchers you could see that the park has quite long name. Nikola Šubić Zrinski. That's why we all call it Zrinjavac, to make it short and easy. But he was very important man in Croatian history, and he lived a long time ago, back in the 1500s, actually at the time of Turkish conquest of Europe, when one of the greatest sultans ever in Turkish history reached this part of the world. His name was Suleiman the Magnificent, and he was on his way to conquer Vienna. But of course, coming from Turkey, heading west, Croatia was on his way too. He came with huge army that numbered over 100,000 men. Nikola Šubić Zrinski was in charge for a small fortress with only 2,000 men there. So it was battle to be lost. The siege lasted more than a month. He died heroically, but at the same time the Sultan died too. He got ill and he died by natural death in a tent on the battlefield. Sultan was dead. During the siege, Turkish troops lost almost a quarter of their men. Winter was coming. All bad signs. So all the path towards Austria for them was almost wide open. They decided not to proceed. They returned back home to Turkey. Central Europe was saved for a while. 300 years exactly. After that battle, we got this park. And of course, to commemorate that big historical event, we named it after our national hero. Before that time, and now we are already in the second half of the 19th century, Zagreb was a petite town. Even nowadays we are not big European city. We are not Berlin, we are not Rome, we are not Paris, we are not London for sure. If we talk about the population in inner city, less than 800,000 people live. If you consider the surrounding area gravitating to us, maybe we will reach 1 million, but not more than that. That's why usually the tourist pool promotes Zagreb as the city with million hearts. But back then, we were really, really small. This meant coming here, heading south, basically couldn't find anything, it was still countryside. Gardens, small vineyards. For a while, we used to have quite big livestock market on the same spot. And then we faced industrialization. Railway reaches to a bunch of people, mainly from countryside, moved in, fighting for better lives. Suddenly, population increased. And then we made all this surrounding area as new part of Zagreb, and we named it the Lower Town. Why the Lower Town? Because we have the Upper Town too, simple like that. The Upper Town sits on top of a small hill that we call Reach. We will see it later around. Now we are like in the plain below, therefore the Lower Town. Man who was in charge for developing it was a local man. He was a civil engineer. His name was Milan Lenuzzi. At the time, he was still relatively young and quite ambitious. So building up, he copied a little bit Vienna. Why the Austrian capital? Because back in those days, we were part of the Austrian-Hungarian Empire, the Habsburg monarchy. Vienna was a role model for us. So how he copied the Austrian capital? Even nowadays, when you go there, you learn immediately. The old town of Vienna is still encircled by one lovely street called the Ringstrasse in German, and all major public buildings like city hall, parliament, museums, opera are basically there. So our engineer said something like this. Okay, maybe configuration of terrain in Zagreb is a little bit different, but let's encircle newly built Louvre town with a sequence of 7 parks. And let's put some important public buildings in each of them. And this was the first park. And what important public buildings? For example, if you just look across the street, there is a yellow building. That is the archaeology. If you look on top of the park with the trees, there is a building under the renovation, again across the street. That is the Supreme Court of the Republic of Croatia. The courthouse is not big because we are a relatively small country. Yes, we are a little bit bigger than Slovenia, Malta, or Cyprus, but we are very, very small compared to Transport in Germany. In all Croatia, less than 4 million people. Same population, all country will be half of And now, as we are walking towards the main square, immediately to your right hand side, fortunately, you will see one ugly parking lot. It is used by Hotel Louvre.
Okay.
That one is on the mid-square pedestrian area.
Okay.
That's why they're using that lot.
Yeah.
They guests to park safely while staying with them. Now we will cross the street properly over there, and I will tell you more about it. Another very, very important man from Croatian history. I believe you can guess. Gentleman on both sides. His name was Josip Jelačić, and he was living in the middle of the Mediterranean. He was God of Croatia. God of governor. He came from famous.
We just have a bit of history lessons about Zagreb, formation of Zagreb as well. It seems to be a very small city.
Yeah, with less than 800,000
Yeah,
people.
which is unbelievable. You expect the capital to be over 1 million,
Yeah.
but to only get 800,000 population is crazy. In 2025, oh well, that's why it's a beautiful city.
As you can see, the change is really rapid. 5 years ago, during the complete lockdown of COVID, But Captain of the Five Days, that's not visible. And after very short of and he spent life as the best fireman ever in Zagreb. His name was Marko. So now, another very
Pardon?
So we don't have cash. Have you
Oh,
got
yeah,
euros?
yeah. Pardon?
Have you got euros?
No, I haven't. I haven't. I haven't got any cash, but either way, we have to get some cash out. Because if you're going to buy that corn, you have to pay cash.
Yeah.
So, this is Route 44 I was telling you about. Well-known little cafe.
Yeah.
So
Route
it's-
44.
Yeah. That one is very popular in Zagreb. The Broom 44. That's
Okay,
one.
guys.
Boom.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Dolan's Central Green Market that stays open 7 days in a week, except
Wow.
on public holidays, but only in the day. They start to sell 8:30. By 2:30, they are gone, and then guys come to clean it up, prepare everything for the next day. We opened Dolan's 95 years ago. And when it was opened for the first time, mostly ladies used to sell here. We had special name for those ladies. It was named out of affection, kumica, which basically means little godmother. So when you come here and you see all the
This
ladies
is a local
selling
market that is
fruits and
open
vegetables,
7 days a week.
and we still dress
So,
very nicely.
She's telling not much
But
about
then
it.
they don't do that. I believe this is much. Probably 3-4 years from now, there'll be no kumica anymore. Actually, in last 20-25 years, Croatia imports more and more food. Not because of lack of fertile soil. We have plenty of that in Croatia. So much.
That window.
Yeah.
Then, five and be prepared, please.
Wow! That is awesome! I didn't expect that big bang though.
So it's
Wow. Wow!
12 o'clock.
Wow.
The fire from that window.
Yeah.
So, there is Facebook.
That was awesome, guys. Did you see that? I'm gonna edit the full video and I'm gonna put it up together. That was awesome. I wasn't expecting a big bang with that, but that was literally awesome. I love it.
Oh my God.
It was so good.
The man has got a Facebook page. He posts one message every day.
Oh my word! Seriously.
End of the life, you will find only Boone every day at
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
See dedication.
Yeah.
originally to harmonize church ballet. Back in the 1800s, so one of the deputies from the city assembly came out with this bright idea. Let's buy a piano.
I know. I need to visit there.
Yeah.
Broken relationship. It's a museum of broken relationship. For any broken heart out there, visit here. So are you gonna be visiting the Museum of Broken Relationship?
Yeah.
Oh, you got yours sorted now.
No, I need to visit.
You need to visit there. So what are you gonna tell the public out there that has a broken heart?
They should visit.
They should visit the museum. Okay. Oh well, you heard from him, giving the best advice of 2025 for broken heart out there. Zagreb will help you out.
Yeah.
You can see the head of Zagreb Assembly standing in front of this building. The suit belongs to Social Democratic Party, which is the
Nikola
strongest
Tesla again?
political party in opposition. So, this is the old city hall. On its facade, there is a plaque dedicated to Nikola Tesla. I believe you all heard something about him because basically he was a genius. He was born and raised in Croatia, but not in Zagreb, in a small village called Smilja.